have a client kickoff call. We're about to start a brand new project. Say you already work at a firm and you're an audit or tax and you want to switch, go ahead and apply internally. Welcome back to another vlog. So this is going to be a week in my life. So today is Tuesday, May 31st, so it's the day after Memorial Day. Back to work after a nice relaxing 4-day weekend, and I thought, why not come back with a vlog, because it is actually a busier week for me and I have things that I can show you guys, and that's what we're gonna do. So before we get started, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. That'll really help me out, and make sure you go ahead and subscribe. And I'm gonna try to answer some of your questions in today's vlog. I think I'll, instead of doing just a sit down Q&A, I think I'm just gonna start answering questions within the vlogs. That's easier for me. I'm on my way to Starbucks because it's the afternoon. It's almost 1 o'clock and I have a 1:30. So this is my lunch break. Not really. I'm gonna take a lunch break after the meeting, but this is my quick little 15-minute break. So we're going to go and get ourselves a drink. Addressing some of your questions regarding consulting and being a consultant, because a lot of you guys have been DMing me and commenting that you guys also want to switch from audit or tax into consulting. And I just wanted to start off by saying that there's a lot of different types of consulting. So I'm an internal audit, so that's an area of consulting you can go into. You can be a tax consultant. You can do so many different other types of consulting. So let me know if you guys want me to make a separate sit-down video detailing the different types of consulting, and I will. I think that transitioning from like external audit or tax into internal audit is a great career choice for some of you, because it gives you the best of both worlds. You're still getting that accounting experience and you're utilizing whatever you've learned from like your audit or tax experience, but for an internal role. And the main difference is that as an internal auditor, you're doing work, and whatever findings you get, you're bringing that right back to the client to pretty much tell them, hey, these are the areas you did well, these are the areas that you guys need to improve upon, so that way they can be adjusting their processes, or like for certain other areas that they're trying to improve upon, like they get better with it. So yeah, that's kind of like my high level rundown of like getting into internal audit. But if you are an external auditor or you have experience with external audit, you already know how audits work. You know the type of deliverables you're supposed to be giving to your client, and just having that knowledge, having the knowledge from the financial side, I think does make a difference with when going into internal audit. And because in internal audit, some things you work on is SOX testing, so Sarbanes-Oxley, and then you're also working on other operational testing as well. I currently work with healthcare clients. That's my client portfolio, which I love, because during external audit, I did have some healthcare clients, and so when I came to this firm, per my resume, it just worked out. And honestly, like, I love the healthcare industry. I thought that I was gonna go do real estate, but after doing a couple of the healthcare clients, I realized I prefer it, so I'm not gonna choose real estate. I'm gonna stick to the healthcare. There's different types of consulting you can do, but internal audit is a great pivot for those of you who are an external audit and wanting to get into the consulting route. As I've mentioned to you guys before, like, this isn't true for all consulting lines or all firms, but for the specific team that I'm on, my schedule is pretty set, and I have busier periods. Like right now, this week that I'm starting, this new week is a busy period for me, which is why I decided to vlog, to just share with you guys, since I have more to do for the pretty much the month of June. And then 2 weeks of July, I'm gonna be super busy, and then I have like a couple of chill weeks in July and August, and then I pick back up again. If you guys are looking to go into this route, then you go for it. Again, throughout this vlog you guys are watching, I'm gonna try to bring you guys different tips, my personal advice, my personal intake on it. But Starting off with good news. So I'm gonna talk about this more in my next week's vlog. Our firm just wrapped up its fiscal year. We're in a new fiscal year now, and your girl had a great performance review, and with that I bought myself a little something. I really have never bought anything for myself, like to reward myself for work wise. Usually like my husband will buy me gifts when it's our anniversary, but I've never bought anything for myself. So this time I did, and you guys are gonna see it in this vlog, maybe after this clip, I don't know yet, but in my next vlog I'll share with you guys more about salary, how much consultants make, and I'm going to be comparing the New York market because I know a lot of you guys are from the north. I'm gonna try to do a comparison between the New York market, the southern market like Houston, and then maybe California if I can get that information. But because I live in New York and I work in New York, I'll be talking about New York. And now I just need to get ready for this meeting that I have, this client walkthrough. Currently going through some SOX testing for tax for a client. It's pretty straightforward tax work. I'm just making sure all the workbooks match and then following the controls. So we have control attributes, which are pretty much testing different parts of the control to make sure they're doing their work. So for example, for control X, Y, and Z, the manager needs to show signature of approval and review through comments. I need to make sure that the workbook has a manager signature and then has any comments or notes. So, and make sure that there's a date on it. So things like that. And then if there's a gap within the control, I document that and then we let the client know. Right now, I'm doing tax and acquisition controls. For the acquisition controls, I'm reviewing someone else's work who's doing it. I'm just reviewing it, and I'm acting senior on this engagement. And then for the tax, I'm just doing it myself, and then my manager reviews my work directly. But I'm kind of leading this engagement, which has been a great learning experience as well. Let me go ahead and prep for this meeting, and then I will catch you guys. Happy Wednesday, guys. So today, as you guys just saw, I started my day, made my cup of tea. I have just been going through my emails that came in last night, and I made my to-do list yesterday, so I know everything that I need to do. So just was responding to a few emails, like a client email. A client provided us information we've been waiting on for over 2 weeks, so that's always good to get client stuff back. So I just wet my hair. I sprayed it today, put in leave-in conditioner, and brushed it through. I'll have a link if you guys are interested. This is from Beauty Forever, I believe. So I'm gonna get some work done and then I'll come back in a little bit because I wanted to talk to you guys more about obviously like consulting, the different consulting paths, and more specifically how you can go from audit, tax into internal audit consulting, or even other areas of consulting too, because it's pretty similar. I'll just give you guys like a broad overview as to like what you should be doing, because you guys have really been asking me, and I know a couple of you guys are like, I'm over audit, I'm ready to get out of audit, but I don't want to leave my firm. Like, firms offer good benefits, you know, so yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Quick plug, follow me on Instagram if you don't follow me on Instagram. All right, you guys, so it's been a little bit. I've just been cranking out some work. Just wrapped up just like a catch-up meeting with my manager. I was going through some of the questions that I had for these tax SOX controls we're going through. So was able to get some of my questions answered, and then the ones that he also wasn't sure about, he was just like, go ahead and reach out to the client. And I've told you guys time and time again, what I do is I get through as much work as I can, and anytime I get to a stopping point or I'm confused, I write down, I literally on my notes, on OneNote, I write down the control, and then I write down my specific question to the control. And I have a list that I've generated over the past week of me doing the testing, so that way when I'm talking to my manager, I have a detailed list, and I was able to go control by control, work paper by work paper, sharing my screen, and we were able to talk through it. So I know working in a hybrid or work from home environment, it can be hard, like getting your questions answered. So that's something that I highly recommend, and it's proven effective for me and for my team. That's how we all function. Little career tip of the day. We use something called Audit Board. So it's nice that in Audit Board, I can just send the question to the client per the control. So I don't have to write out a full list. The good thing about Audit Board is literally like, you just tag the person, the process owner's name, and you ask them the question, they respond within the control, so things are more organized. I really like that. I know, like, I'm talking about controls and I say I do consulting. So a part of, like, with internal audit consulting, you're still auditing, but from the internal perspective. And then obviously the consulting side comes in, like if we find a deficiency or find something wrong, we let the client know, like we schedule a meeting and let them know, like, hey, this is what's working, this is what's not working, these are our recommendations, and you have a certain amount of time to respond. And usually, like for this client specifically, they have for the next quarter to improve upon. So that's a little bit of the difference, like versus external audit, whatever is found that's an issue, that's usually in the final audit report, and that goes out to like investors, stakeholders, SEC and stuff like that, versus internal audit that's kept more between business units for them to fix internally. So I hope I explained that a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, and then I will come and share with you guys, like, I guess how I got into internal audit and how you can get into it or get into consulting in general within your Big Four or within a Big Four. morning guys, happy Thursday. So I think this is gonna be the last day of this weekly vlog just because there's not too much to show you guys. I know yesterday the last thing I showed you guys was me making dinner. It was super rainy and the lighting was just not good for me to keep vlogging for y'all. So I'm gonna wrap up today to share with you guys my tips as to how you can switch into consulting. I know I feel like I've been saying that the whole video and I haven't talked about it, but this morning per usual just been catching up on my emails. I made my cup of coffee and I told you guys I'm limiting how much coffee I drink, but today I just needed it. I don't have too much going on today in terms of meetings. This is the first week in ages that my calendar has been pretty light. So I have like a team catch-up meeting in about an hour, and then I have a client kickoff call. We're about to start a brand new project, so we have the client kickoff call, and then after that my day is pretty light, so hopefully I can wrap up some more controls. Yesterday I was able to wrap up about like 3 or 4 of the controls, so hoping that I can wrap up more today. Alright you guys, so it's a bit much later in the day now. Went through the client meeting and pretty much for that I was just a note taker. I got this body butter. It's called Olay body butter by the Scottish Fine Soaps Company from TJ Maxx for $4.99, and I have it in my guest bathroom. And you guys, like, this is amazing. It makes your hands like super soft, your skin very soft. So I think I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx and stock up on a couple more of these. It was $4.99, so like really nice. I like it. I think I am interested in going back to helping you guys with resume review, cover letter prep, and interview, like helping you guys interview prep, and also tips and giving you guys my template on how to negotiate salary. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, and then I think I can go ahead and get something going coming probably towards this in the next upcoming weeks, or maybe the second half of summer, fall, because I know there's those of you who are students who follow me and you guys are going into the fall semester and getting ready for like recruiting events and things like that. So to wrap up this video, let's finally talk about it. Here is how you can switch into consulting, or a little bit about like what happened with me. So I don't really think I shared as to how I switched, but I was contacted by a recruiter via LinkedIn back last summer. So last year, 2021, I think it was like back in May, I was contacted by a recruiter, and it was kind of an ongoing process, and there were some delays, but essentially they scouted me on LinkedIn and we had the conversation going, and I don't even remember, I don't think I ended up applying for the position per se. I think they applied for me. I sent in my resume, and then I had a conversation, and this was an external recruiter that works with my firm. Then I talked to someone in HR, a recruiter internally from the firm, to find out my interests and all that stuff, and if I was a good fit for the role. They thought I was a good fit for the role, so then I was eventually scheduled an interview. I had 2 interview rounds, one with a senior manager and one with like a more like higher level managing director kind of person, for the area that I'm in, risk financial advisory, internal audit. And essentially both interviews went well. I ended up getting the job and I accepted the role. So that's kind of how it went. I know some people have told me that they had to go through 3 interview rounds, and they were more formal. Mine was more informal, so I guess you get what you get depending on who you're interviewing with. But all that to say is one of the ways is through recruiters. I will make a separate video or in another vlog sharing more about like recruiters, if working with them is a scam, because I know I've seen both ends of the spectrum. Working with an external recruiter via LinkedIn is helpful. One of the recruiters, the recruiting company that I love, who I've worked with, is Vaco. They are amazing, and if you guys want me to recommend you, feel free to send me an email and I will send your resume over to the contact person that I have, and then y'all can take it from there. But Vaco, I think they're very, very, very good because they work with so many different firms. So that is one way through recruiters. The other way is through like career fairs. If you guys haven't signed up, I don't know if the deadline has already passed, but NABA is a great way, through the NABA conference or through the Alpha conference or Ascend. I've talked to you guys about these three main accounting groups, or if you are in Beta Alpha Psi, in like any other accounting society, whatever career fair that they have going on, if you go to the career fair, that is a great way for you to get into like consulting as well, because usually the firms are there hiring for various roles and you'll be able to get a list of like what they're hiring for. Applying directly via LinkedIn or via the company's website is a great way. And then obviously if you have friends who work within the firm and you see any openings of what you're interested in, especially if they're that service line, reaching out to your friends and getting them to recommend you for that role is also a great way. And then one of the last ways that you can do is also through, like let's say you already work at a firm and you're in audit or tax and you want to switch, go ahead and apply internally, do an internal application, and then talk to one of your career coaches or somebody that you trust that's maybe a little higher up, and let them know that this is what you've been thinking, you want to make a career switch, and you have valid reasons for why you're making that career switch. And 9 times out of 10, your coach will help you get in the right direction, whether it's putting you in contact with an HR person or recruiter from the risk advisory consulting side, or whatever area you want to go in. They will, if depending on your relationship with them, they will probably vouch for you when you're applying for the internal job. It doesn't mean you're necessarily gonna get it, but 9 times out of 10, if you talk to somebody within your firm, especially through like your coaching, they should be able to help you pivot that way. Sometimes there's restrictions, sometimes there's not, but apply within, like if you already work at a firm, apply internally, and that's another way that you can get into consulting. And again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the vlog, there's so many different options with consulting. There's management consulting, there's technology consulting, there's engineering consulting, there's internal audit, which is where I'm at, because internal audit is better in line with my past experiences. There's tax consulting. Yes, there is tax consulting. There's so many different types of consulting that you can do. There's like social media management consulting, and I'm telling y'all this because currently I work with people who do all these different things. That's a little bit about the different ways that you can transition or get into consulting if you're not sure that you want to do tax or audit, or if you've done tax or audit and you feel like it's not for you. Those are the best ways to pivot: through recruiters via LinkedIn, working directly with an external recruiter that works with the firm you're trying to go for, applying within, going through recruiting events, so in career fairs. So that is all I have for you guys. I'm gonna end out this vlog here so that I can just get back focusing on work. I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and it's a chatty vlog. I think the next couple of vlogs are gonna be chatty. Let me know in the comments if you guys prefer the chatty explanation vlogs, or if you guys prefer more of the B-roll and just watching me work, so I could try to mix it up. I'm gonna make vlogs talking about the salaries. I know you guys like the salary stuff. I'm gonna share with you guys about working with recruiter, like the in-depth experience. We're gonna be spilling all the career tea here, okay? So comment below what else you guys want to see, how you guys want me to incorporate. And before you click out of my channel, please go check out my other videos. I have other great consulting vlogs and accounting content for you guys to check out. So please don't leave this channel just yet. Go check out so many of my other amazing videos. Follow me on Instagram if you have not yet. Follow me on Instagram, corporately_Nicole, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.